before begin our discussion, let's say Bismillah.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
There's so much happening in 2020. The world's most horrendous disaster was the COVID-19 pandemic. Globally, everything has stopped. However, we students continue our education through online learning. How do you feel about the system?
My opinion about this online system, of course, there are ups and downs as long as I use the learning system.
In my opinion, with online learning, there are certainly positive and negative side. The positive side for some students that have limited family economic needs. With online system, they can help lightening the burden on their parents a little, for example, by helping trade or making basic material for merchandise at home. The negative side, we already know that for learning online system, there are something that students must have, such as cell phones, even though not all families can afford to buy them. Then, in some areas, there is a source of internet service, making learning activities very difficult for students. This system is also ineffective for if parents do not monitor their children. Students many by missing their cell phones or gadgets.
My opinion of online system for affluent family, they can go through this online system. However, some people just got tired or who don't have enough money to have their kids go to school online. My God, soon take care of this tragedy.
Yes, I agree. Not to mention students abusing their smartphone so that they continue to play on social media, which has a bad impact if they misses is too. For example, there is an Andres student who has interest in playing social media and he tries to get acquainted with opposite sex so that it can damage relationship which can be fatal.
I think the online system should be done to keep social distancing, but I prefer the face-to-face system. Instead of the positive side, I think that learning in the system has more negative side, which is, first, face-to-face learning cannot give student 100% comprehension, especially if it is done online. Second, many students don't play the learning activity. After filling out absences, instead of studying the material, they end up sleeping or playing games. Third, as Adin and Fahrul said, not all students have adequate fascism, whether it's gadgets, enough internet data, or smooth network. This leaves many students in a bad spot where they are unable to receive an education. Although internet service providers have been giving out free data packages, they are simply not capable of supporting video calls on programs such as Zoom. They will have a difficult time maintaining their education. And last, not all teachers and students were expecting this situation. Online school was confusing to adjust to as we had not been prepared through simulation or practice beforehand. So online system is of course very troublesome for them.
Yes, that's right. Uh, if I personally think, the positive side of the online system is that we can redirect the material that our professor have given us at all times. If we can even download it to pass on to our offspring. But online system have more negativity. Why? What's the reason? First, online system will require much of the quota, and they will make it difficult for some people to buy their quotas because of various factors, which might be because of the weakened economic loss from unemployment at the time of the pandemic against the company, of perhaps their economic condition are already bad because of a less just and comprehensive system of government to society.
Then I will ask a question. If you become a parent at home, what would you do to supervise your children during learning activities? And what would you do when they misuse this new learning system?
Okay, in my opinion, the role of parents toward their children who are studying is important, especially during the pandemic like now, where almost all the duties of teacher at school are the duties of teacher parent at home. For the supervision of children while learning online, maybe if in my way, I will provide a kind of rules and as well as a consequence if they violate these rules. And don't forget if there is free time for parents, uh, and they can have conversation, give advice, and have fun with their children in order to entertain them after learning online.
Hopefully, things will be better and back to normal again.
Amin.
Udah selesai.
Penutupan dong.
Ya udah, udahlah.
Let's together say basmalah. Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin.
Ulang, enak belum?
Ah, kamu naik kenapa enggak penutupan?
Oh iya, ulangi.
Dari awal?
Iya.
Kan video bisa diedit tau.
Iya bisa sih.
Ya,
Iya,
kan?
nanti
bisa.
Ayo.
teredit.
Ayo naik.
Yang penutupan aku. Aku nih yang penutupan.
Iya.
Thank you for your opinion. And let's say hamdalah.
Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin.
Amin.